Welcome back to Living the Fantasy with your boys Matt and Kyle. We're gonna bring you our top 10 list right here. We got it all tiered out here. Obviously, the best is green, followed by yellow, then blue, and then a little reddish pink. Before we get into this, I do want to mention we do want to get a subscribers league going, 10 to 12 people preferably, maybe $20 or so. So if you guys are interested in that, comment down below, hop into the Discord, or hit us up on Twitter. Whatever you got to do to get in contact with us, get it done. We want to have a little league with the boys. Getting into our top 10 quarterbacks, we all have Patrick Mahomes here. Fantasy pros, myself, Matt. It's kind of just a done deal. He's the best of the best.
Best quarterback in the league, 10-year contract, dude's a stud.
Stud muffin. I got Kyler Murray. They both got Josh Allen. And by they, I mean fantasy pros and Matt. I don't know, both great rushing quarterbacks with arm talent. They both lit it up last year. Kyler Murray kind of fell off a little bit in the last game or two. Kind of cost you your playoffs potentially, but it was tough defense. I got faith in him. D-Hop's still there. Talent around him is still there.
Yeah, I like Kyler Murray as well, but I think Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are in a tier of their own. It's a completely separate tier from the other guys. Josh Allen just proven, man. He's 4,500 yards last season, gets a ton more on the ground, gets a ton of touchdowns. Same exact receiving core, doesn't need much, just Stephon Diggs and damn Cole Beasley. Josh Allen's a beast. I'm going with him. And then, then that's my tier break, honestly.
Yeah, they're both pretty proven at this point and don't need too much explaining.
Yeah, I can get behind Kyler being above him, I guess, but not this year for me.
Interesting. All right, well, you then have Kyler in the tier break. Fantasy pros is in the same tier, but Kyler's next for them as well. I got a little shake up here going with Justin Herbert. I love Herbert. I think he's phenomenal. Great athlete. He lit it up last year as a rookie. Everybody's coming back. Like, he's got the same team practically. I just think that he's going to ball out again. I have total faith in him. Year two, I feel like he can only get better. And I just feel comfortable drafting him. He was a pretty consistent guy game in, game out, and I look for consistency, so that's why I put him at 3.
I liked Herbert, all right, and I still do like Herbert, but for some reason I saw his points per game just like a little low for me to be in the top 3. All right, like there's a few guys that I like a little bit better, and that's obviously, I like Kyler Murray better. You do, of course, as well, but Kyler Murray, Josh Allen are both absolute studs. It's hard to put Justin Herbert above either of them. Russell Wilson I was going back and forth on, but last second swap, Justin Herbert fell right below him, so I can't really go with that.
Yeah, Josh Allen was number 1 last year, so it might be a little disrespectful to put him at 4. But I don't know. I believe in him, but at the same time, I just feel more comfortable with Herbert there. I don't know. That's just me, though.
If you look at the grand scheme of things, Josh Allen only had 3 more points per game than Justin Herbert, but that's kind of a big amount when you're talking the whole damn season. Percentage-wise, not much, but whole season, that's 70 points.
Yeah. Well, we both got Russell Wilson left on our list there. You got Russell Wilson above Herbert. We just talked about Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
So you like Russell Wilson better?
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson's consistent, proven, gets the job done week in, week out. Occasionally you'll get a low scoring game out of the guy, but he's never gonna. He's not gonna kill you. He's he started the season off a lot stronger than he finished it, so that's one thing against him a little bit. But I don't know. It's really hard to go against Russell Wilson. He's got the same great wide receivers. He's got the same same team, same coach. Dude's just doing his thing. So
yeah,
I like proven consistency over, I guess 1 year of success, and I don't know. I like both players a lot, so can't really.
Yeah, I feel you. He balls every year, so it's pretty hard not to like Russell Wilson. My only knock with him is I feel like he falls off kind of towards the end of the year, just randomly during the season. It's been like that for the last couple of seasons, I feel like. So that's my only knock on him, which is why I put him in a different tier. You did as well.
Well, and here's my strategy for that tier. All right, so for the tier on quarterbacks for me, I've got Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and Kyler Murray. All right, a lot of times Kyler Murray is going to go first between those 3 guys. You're going to see it happen in drafts time and time again. And that's always right about when I decide to pull the trigger on the next one. All right. As long as I get one of those guys in that tier, I'm good. All right. So I see Kyler Murray taken. If another one of them's taken, I'm grabbing the third one. I don't care which one it is. It's not a big deal to me. They're all going to put up numbers. They all have a chance of being number one. So I'm like, that's where I'm at in the draft. I'm not going to reach on one of them over the other because it just makes me feel like I lost value.
No, I totally agree with that. It's all kind of, they're also so great. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Russell Wilson does have a little bit of a rushing upside as well. And that's why Kyler Murray and Josh Allen are obviously as good as they are. Any quarterback with some rushing upside that gets the job done, which leads us to our next guy, Lamar Jackson. I have him at 6.
Tough guy to place, really.
Yeah, we both agree on 6. You just have a little different tier break than I do. Fantasy Pros got him way up there at 4, which is a little high for my liking, but I mean, I get it. He's got the upside with the rushing, so.
Yeah, thing is, I mean, yeah, he's got that rushing upside. All right, he's got a good enough receiving core to make work. You know, he's got a lot. All right, he's not that bad. He's not. I mean, I say he's not that bad like he's bad. He's not bad, but it's just really hard to place him on this list. The only reason I have him above Dak is because Dak's injury. The only reason I have him above Tom Brady is because Tom Brady's age. The only reason I have him over Ryan Tannehill is because we haven't seen anything yet out of Ryan Tannehill that warrants him being top 6. It's just really hard to like put those other guys above him, even though I really want to. That's why he's in that tier for me.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. The upside is there. We've seen it before. Rushing. I mean, if he just if he was a little better with passing, that'd be great. We knew that his passing work was going to go down based off of the fact that like he just had unbelievable stats like per attempt basically. So we knew that was going to come down a little bit, which kind of did happen. So
and look at his end of year. That's another reason why we priced him up so high. I mean, 5 weeks in a row at the end of the year, he just went absolutely off. All right, he did exactly what we wanted him to do. He got those points and then he made it work. That's what I'm looking for in a quarterback. All right, that consistency, that drive. If he can just stick to that all next year long, there's no reason why he's not quarterback number 1.
Like a guy that can drop 30 to 40 points and kind of win you your week is pretty nice.
Crucial.
So
crucial.
And that leads us to Dak, which he was lining it up last year, man. I think he was on pace for over 5,000-6,000 yards or something. Like it was like some record.
He had the 3rd most points per game in the entire league, behind just Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. And Aaron Rodgers, we don't know what the fuck's going on with him.
Yeah. So Dak, I mean, if he's back to full health, he's going to be a beast. Fantasy Pros agrees with that a little more than we do because they have him at 5, so they're a little bullish on that. But that's where the tier break is for them. I have a different tier break of my own with Dak. You kind of do as well, so.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between us is that you included Aaron Rodgers in your list and I did not. I like Dak a lot. I'm a big fan of Dak, but that injury really scares me. I mean, I don't want to end up with a quarterback that's bum after week 1, especially when I'm putting this much draft value into him. I want to make sure that I'm drafting him in like the 8 or 9 range so that I'm taking that calculated risk, getting that value for him. I don't want to be not getting value for Dak Prescott. I'm not drafting him in the top 5 quarterbacks.
No, I agree. I'm not too concerned with it. I think he's going to be healthy. He's going to be fine. However, I'm still not going to go off of that like gut feeling that I have that says that I'm still going to draft him for value. Like if I'm not getting a good deal on him, then what's the point of drafting him?
You've got it. Yeah. Value is everything in this league. All right. If you're not getting value in drafts, what sets you apart from everybody else?
Yeah, that's how you
Nothing.
win. So Aaron Rodgers at 8 for me in Fantasy Pros. You don't have him on the list. Probably just because he's a question mark. We don't know what's going on with him. It's hard for me to even take him at this point. So
if he plays, I've got him at number 2. All right.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening. I mean, we're not seeing any signs of life from this man.
Even if he does play, he hates Green Bay right now, so it's like, eh.
If he does play, I might still have him at number 1. I don't know. I mean, it's very close. He had the most points per game by far over anybody all last year. Like, he had one game where he had negative 0.2, and he still destroyed the entire league in points per game. It's hard not to put the man at number 1, but hey, he's a question mark. So He's not on my list.
Well, that's why he's at 8. He'd be higher if we knew he was playing, but like we don't know, so I dropped him down to 8. I'm still not taking him in drafts, but I feel like
I'll take
I
my
have to put
last
him at
pick.
8. Yeah.
He's a last pick Josh Gordon kind of guy. All right, I'm not grabbing him with anything but a flyer. Like that's not going to go to anything important. So
Well, I mean that's what I mean by I'm not drafting him because you're not going to get him way down there. So
yeah, he's not going to be my starting quarterback. He's going to be backup, and I'm going to I would only get him if the league allows trades. All right, I know there's some leagues out there that don't allow trades, so yeah, you need to get him as a backup. If there's trades allowed, then trade whoever you got as a starter.
yeah.
Keep it.
You got Tom Brady up there on that list. I don't mind Brady. I was struggling between him and Tannehill. I just thought that Tannehill's a little bit more consistent, and he's got Julio Jones now, so I kind of like Tannehill. So I kind of put him above Brady, but you put Brady above Tannehill.
So Brady's inconsistent, but he also has like game-winning weeks. Like he's got 40-point weeks where he'll just absolutely light the scoreboard up. So I think when you have that, it like provides you some secured wins. Like I mean, I like that a lot. I don't know. Plus he's getting Antonio Brown back for a lot more of the year, like we were talking about. He's getting a lot more. I don't know. Dude just should do fine this year. I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like drafting him just because of his age, but points wise, he's getting the job done now. I'm going for it.
Well, and also he had the injury he played with all year, so he should be better off of that. Also, he gets another year at the same offense, same team, same players, so that can't hurt, So
yeah,
it's hard. I mean, he's neck and neck with Tannehill. I barely went Tannehill, but honestly, given the day, I might go somewhere else. It's just
oh yeah, me
sure.
too. Tannehill for me, it's a flip flop for me. I mean, that's why I have that tier break right there because I mean Tannehill just with his wide receiver situation, he's elite. All right, I don't know, it's solid. I mean, I know you've got him a little bit. So you have him number 10.
Yeah, I like Jalen Hurts a little bit more. Fantasy Pros does as well. So we kind of me and Fantasy Pros kind of did the same thing for the last 3, but.
Yeah, I'm 100% not putting Jalen Hurts in my top 10, and I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan, but I'd rather just not draft him, and if he has a good start to the season, then go grab him off free agency.
Well, you're not getting him off free agency.
I could definitely get him off free agency.
All right.
I think in about 50% of leagues he's going to be on free agency.
Dude, I don't know. The dude balled last year, man. He's really good, and he's got a great rushing floor. Again, with the rushing quarterbacks, he's right up there with Lamar Jackson with the floor, man. He was getting like 60 yards rushing a week. There was one week where he only had 20, but then he had a rushing touchdown to make up for it. So it's like the fact that he's getting rushing touchdowns all the time, rushing yards, he can have an average, even bad day passing, and he'll still get a decent amount of points, which is what you look for in today's league, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he has. I agree with you on that, but I just not quite feeling it. Yeah, no, he's rostered 96% of leagues, but I'm not a. I don't know. Just points per game. Points per game. He just wasn't there for me. If he can't put up as many points per game as like Matt Stafford, then he shouldn't belong on the top 10 list.
Well, so that brings us to Matt Stafford. You got Matt Stafford rounding out that list.
I do, yeah. Matt Stafford's got better receivers than he's seen in 90% of his career. I'm all in on the Matt Stafford train.
Yeah, I'm not completely sold with his health, and
his health may be terrible. He's got a terrible back. He's struggling, but he made moves with some trash receivers over his career. If he could just come back healthy and do well. Another notable I threw in there is Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins could have a great year with Justin Jefferson. That's pretty much it. Deshaun Watson doesn't even earn a spot on our list.
Well, that's one thing I want to bring up too. Actually, is Deshaun Watson. I think is a huge sleeper. I'm not saying draft him above any of these guys, but he's somebody to watch if he slides super far down and you want to hold a guy on the bench or even take a risky pickup. And then if he doesn't pan out, then just drop him for another quarterback. So there's different things you can do with Deshaun Watson, but I'd keep an eye on that one as well.
Accidentally did it. Got a nice little auto draft Deshaun Watson pick, and I'm not mad at it, but he still doesn't belong on this list with the current situation.
Yeah.
But
with Matt Stafford, I think the upside's there. I just don't think the upside and safety is there as much as Tannehill and Hurts, and that's just where I lean. And obviously you agree with Tannehill, but that's what we differ on the Hurts. So
Tannehill's a stud.